Well, travelers, we're in a little different area. We are at me and Michelle's hometown of Dunnellon, Florida. And Mom is with us today because she's wanted to try a new walking path and she didn't want to try it by herself. So we're going to try it with her today to see if it's safe for her to get out there. No bears or lions or tigers or
gators.
Gators.
Yeah.
But it is along the Rainbow River where me and Michelle grew up. That's where I met Michelle, here in Dunnellon. So come along and let's see what the Dunnellon Blue Run Park, what a name for Blue Run Dunnellon Park. Anyway, we're gonna go take a look, see what we can see, and show you a little bit of our hometown. So this is on Highway 484, that's Highway 484. Blue Run of Dunnellon Park, but this is river access. So we're gonna walk down here so we can show you. This is a rainbow, it is a spring-fed river. Me and Michelle grew up here. That is the bridge. Now they've put in, once we get up there, you'll see they've put guardrails. We used to be able to jump from the bridge, but they don't recommend that anymore. But you know, sometimes you just gotta be a little adventurous. But this is the river access right here. So you guys have always wanted to know where me and Michelle come from. This is it, the Rainbow River. It's a little town called Dunellon. It's just west of Ocala, Florida, and east of Crystal River. So we're kind of right in the middle. But that is a little bit. This will go into the Withlacoochee River on further down. And this is the bridge we used to jump from and stuff right there. So this is the Rainbow River, but you can see it is crystal clear. Always 72 degrees, always 72 degrees. So that's nice. You can come swimming in the winter. Right here at the river access, there is a little parking lot that you can park to walk on the path, or you can launch your kayaks from. Your vehicle's got to fit all the way in the parking lot. So we'll get a little mappage, see what's going on. Now the beautiful thing about this, Dunellon's about 2 hours north of the Magic Kingdom area. We'll tie it back into the Magic Kingdom. But if you ever want to be adventurous and come up, there are some great little spots in Dunellon that you can hit along the way, antique shops and stuff. But this just recently opened. Like I said, my mother-in-law wanted to come walk it just to see if it's safe, and we wanted to walk it with her. This used to be an old railroad trestle that they turned into a walking path. So that's where we're headed to. We're going to see where it takes us to. Now, don't worry. They have porta potties here and everything. So you can, if you have to use a restroom, you can. And they have you can bring your pets right here. And just make sure you pick up. They have a bike rack here that you can drop your bikes off. And that is the pond trail, which is going to be dirt and lime rock paved. And then the Dunellon trail right here is going to be asphalt paved. And this is the one we're taking today. Michelle had to get her walk in. You know her, guys. She also has to get a walk. So just as you go around, always look at the signs. You never know what you're going to find. The river's right over there. And yes, there are alligators because we're surrounded by waters on this railroad trestle. Do not feed or molest. Don't try to entice them. But you can see there's water over there. And Mom and Michelle along the way. This is a nice path. Mom always wanted to try it. And so we said, we'll go walking with you. We were up here visiting, so we wanted to go for a walk. Always great to explore new areas. If you ever want to see natural Florida habitat, this is a great place to come. Maybe we'll see some wildlife today. Who knows? More reading along the way. Railroad junction there. And we're heading this way. Now, Michelle will try to keep her pace. Mom's in between, and I'll catch up and not catch up with her sometimes. That's a water oak. That big tree right there is a water oak. It's also educational. How about that? What's the matter? Oh, gotcha. Okay, we got another tree here. We're going to teach you all about the Florida trees. This is the red cedar. Yep, that's the cedar closets that you have. That's where some of the cedar comes from, right there. Red cedar. I never knew what a sugarberry was, but that's a sugarberry right there. Okay, sugarberry. Can you get sugar from the sugarberry? No. Sugarberry or hackberry? Okay. But it is a beautiful walkway. Beautiful place. What is this? A Max myrtle. Not crepe myrtle, but its brother Max. I tell you, I'm so proud of Michelle. She does such a great job. We were up here vacationing and we've been having a great time. Becca and Michael came up with us, but they're with the Michelle's brother, Michael and Michelle up in Williston staying, and we came down to stay with Michelle's mom, who lives 25 minutes from them. So we've just all been having a great time. Great family adventure. Over there, that's a little pond over there. But like I said, you are in the wild, so be cautious and be careful. You never know what you may run upon. Here's a beauty berry. I should eat some of the berries off there maybe. No, don't eat any of the berries. Do not eat any of the berries. Yeah. More pond over here. I'm gonna catch up to Mom. Here comes Michelle, she's looping back.
Back and forth.
Yeah, because she's trying to get all her. Oh, this tree looks planted, but you know, it's a southern magnolia. But usually southern magnolias just don't grow out.
They pop up. They were all
Really like that?
They were all over Daniel Island.
Daniel Island, okay. Now, if anybody has gotten my brother's book, what's that?
There's another one. So there.
Oh, okay, there are. Okay. If anybody has come here, Mom. This Mom. Oh, look, a little creek. Goes from the pond there and goes into the river. So Mom used to hunt at Daniel Island, which if anybody, there's Mom right there. If anybody has gotten Michael's book, that's where Michael's book is set, is Daniel Island. It was their hunting camp.
17 years.
17 years they hunted out there, and that's why Michael wrote the book. So if you haven't got it, I'll leave a link in the description of this video so you can go get one of Michael's books.
And it's fiction.
Yeah, it's fiction, but it's, you know, there's some names and stories in there that may have been, you know, true. You never know. But like I said, make sure to see everything. Who is this bench to? Paul?
I don't know him.
There's the birds. So see, it tells you everything along the way.
He helped with the park.
I love this park. This is nice. But I will have to say, I think you should carry mace. And not just for
It's just the animal.
people, just for animals. Okay, so there's Pond Trail. So that's the one we could have taken for off-roading. Sandhill Trail.
There's never like been a bear.
No. That you know of.
Yes.
That you know of.
Reported anyway.
Hey, we know this person. Hey! Those are palms. If any kid in Florida that grew up in the woods, that's what you made a fort out of. Palms like those.
Or sword.
Or a sword, yeah.
Or knife. Or a hot dog roasting. I was
Hot dog.
a hot dog. Marshmallow.
You guys wanted to know what it was like growing up. This is what we did.
You fended off wild animals with it.
Yeah.
This was a very you killed your brother with it.
Okay, why is there a speed limit of 20 miles an hour? Oh, maybe for bikes. Withlacoochee River Bridge, 0.6 miles. Beautiful. Yeah. How's your shoes feel, Mom? Mom got some new shoes.
Great.
She got some new shoes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we're like in the walking world now.
Yeah.
We went to Fit to Run yesterday. The guy was so nice.
Yes, he was. In Ocala, in the Paddock Mall,
Yep,
where I used to work.
very nice.
And
Yep.
fitted me with my shoes.
Yep.
Mom got some, what are they called? Brooks. Sorry, Brooks. Because they fit her really well. And I got my first pair of Hokas.
Yep. And I still...
I don't have them on today because I have my current favorite shoes, which are New Balance.
New Balance. And then she's also got some Nike shoes at home that she runs in.
Yeah, but I didn't bring them.
Yeah, she didn't bring the
'cause I
Nikes today.
anticipate the jogging track.
Well,
But those are good to
we know
like,
for
run.
next time.
train, but I'll probably alternate between the Hokas and the Nikes to run, and then my New Balance
There
for
you go.
everything else.
It's all a plan. All a plan.
Just trying to. I didn't know tennis shoes had a mile limit.
Yeah.
And I think it was Caitlin was telling me from the Nike one, it was like 3,000 miles per shoe, or until you lose support.
Until they start squeaking, like Michelle's did.
Because that really, for me, it's only like what, 6 months, I guess.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 6 months.
But you walk almost every day.
Yeah.
Yes, she does. So the river's over there, which we'll be seeing once we get down to the end here. But as you can tell, like I said, it was swampland. Now, on the Rainbow River, when Mom and Dad lived here, because this is where they grew up too. When they lived here, you could ski on the river. You could have all kinds. Now it's a wake-free river. You cannot be on a wake.
We skate all the way up to the head.
Good morning. What are the cypress knees? That's the roots of the cypress tree, right?
Yeah.
And if you see the water bands on the bottom of the cypress, that's how high the water comes up right there. Yeah. Right there. Little Florida history for you. This is Mom's memories. This is a gorgeous walk.
Yeah, it is.
During the sun, gonna be nice and shaded because it's nice and treed. So that'll be good for you. But yeah, I'd probably come a little bit later in the morning and then bring my pepper spray.
Well, I do intend to start.
I know, you're doing good. You look, you already got new shoes.
Yeah.
First step.
Yep.
And this bench is for Peter J. Halsey, right there. Oh, we're getting closer to the river. There's the history of Dunellon. It is called Boomtown. We used to have do they still have Boomtown days?
Yeah. That's subdivision called Bot Springs outside of town.
Yep. But right there, and actually me and Michelle used to live in a little town, a little area called Blue Cove of Dunellon, which was a lime rock pit that actually the river flooded and they couldn't use it no more. So that's why it's called Blue Cove. So this is some of the history of Dunellon right here. Telling you. And there's a mound right up there you can get. You know me, I gotta see what's on the other side. Let's go see what's on the other side. Might be a little crazy to do this, but it looks like there's root steps. Oh, what's over here? Oh, it's the waterway. There's another water passage over there. Water everywhere in Dunellon. So, okay, now I gotta get back down. I'll meet you at the trail. They're looking at him like, oh, he survived. He survived the hill. Oh, what a wonderful day. Trees actually will change colors. Yeah, we do got some changing color trees up here. And I will have to say Dunellon is, like I said, 2 hours north of Orange County, Walt Disney World. And it's about 20 degrees differences sometimes in the winter and the summer. There's a little area called Rainbow Rivers Club. When me and Michelle owned the bakery, actually did a custom cake for these folks. But it's a buy-in membership that you can, they have cabins and stuff all back there. But that is their entry right there. And then they have a walkway to the river right over here. Remember, that is private property. It is their property. But we're able to show you. But remember, be careful of the alligators. Anybody interested in the Rainbow River Club, I've got some information here. Not that I'm sponsored by them or anything, but this is some of the information that they provided. They got a little box right there along the trail. So if you're interested, just look up that right there. I'll give them a little plug, even though I'm not a member, but see, they got little cabins and everything like that. So might be a neat little retreat away from all the hustle bustle of Disney and get a little bit of the Florida experience. A shot of they've got picnic tables, and this is almost to the Withlacoochee River. So when we get to the end, we will be where the Rainbow River dead ends into the Withlacoochee River, which then goes out to the Gulf of Mexico. Always think it's fun on walks like this. More beautiful river right there. But you always want to see wildlife. But do you really want to see wildlife? You know, like, oh, I want to see a bear today. Do I really want to see a bear today? I don't think so. God, I'm getting winded. I shouldn't have worn the jacket. It's kind of warm. But there's some more of the river right there. Look at that. It's hard to believe this is where me and Michelle grew up. This was our hometown. This is more of the River Rock property right here along the way. Yes, a lot of the river has been bought privately. Land on the river has been bought privately, so you just can't get in the river anywhere anymore like we used to be able to do. But we're coming up to the Withlacoochee Bridge. And always remember to check the weather, because in Florida, you never know when it's gonna rain, but we got a cold front coming in. Sorry, travelers, to interrupt our walk on the Rainbow River and the Withlacoochee, but we decided to have a little breakfast after our walk, which we'll be getting back to our walk. But before that, we're gonna back to the walk. But anyway, we're gonna have breakfast at one of our favorite spots here in Dunellon, the breakfast station right over here. So come along, see what we had for breakfast, and then we'll head back to the river. Breakfast station. They're only open till 2, correct? 3. They're open till 3. Changes. But they serve anything. So breakfast here, and then lunch here, and you can get anything at any time. So if you want a quesadilla at 8 o'clock in the morning, get you a quesadilla. But this is one of, we used to come here a lot, and then Mom and them still come here after church and everything, but we decided to stop here today for a little breakfast with Mom. Interior of the breakfast station, there's bar seating, first come first serve, I believe, and great little area, but it's always packed with locals and churchgoers. Mom got the chicken strips, which look tasty. Michelle got the cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger, which looked tasty. And I got the train station, which is just about everything. That is a side of toast, by the way. I ordered that extra. If you ever visit Dunellon and the Rainbow River, we just had a fantastic breakfast at the breakfast station. We come here all the time when we come up here with Mom. If you get a chance, come visit the breakfast station for breakfast, lunch, whatever you want to get. But they're only open till 3. Okay, now let's head back to the river. We're coming up to the Withlacoochee Bridge right here. So when we see the water up here, it'll be crossing the Withlacoochee. This pathway is actually also a bike pathway that you can take all the way to Brooksville, I believe, Inverness, Florida. So it can keep going a long, long way. You can just pace yourself. But this is the Withlacoochee River that we're getting ready to see. Oh, they got little, we've never been here. It's really nice. I will have to say, coming back home, got my sinuses all clogged up. There's Marjorie Harris Car Across Florida Greenway right there. Like I said, it goes, this was supposed to be part of the Florida Barge Canal that there was going to be, but they did away with it. They decided not to do the Barge Canal. This is the Withlacoochee River. Here comes some kayakers, and you can tell when it's Withlacoochee because it's murky and dirty looking. But that's because of all the tannins from the cypress trees along its banks. That's what makes it murky looking. They're just a rowing away. Absolutely beautiful. Little information on the bridge here, but no fishing, no jumping, or no diving from the bridge. And this will show you the Withlacoochee River right here. I need a red arrow. Where am I? Oh, right there. We're here. So the Withlacoochee comes this way, and then that way to the out to the Gulf of Mexico right here, where we live in Dunellon right here. This is Rainbow River right here. And we used to live in a little house right over here called in Blue Cove. But yes, that's the river. But like I said, see how beautiful, crystal clear and blue, always 72 degrees, always beautiful. But then you get to the Withlacoochee, and like I said, you always knew when you hit the Withlacoochee because the water was brown and murky. But just take a look at that. Looks like William Spear wrote a little sonnet here on the Withlacoochee River. Just pause your frame and you can read that. Kind of inspiring. Now, just around that bend right there is where the Rainbow River will run into the Withlacoochee River. But this will flood. This will flood the banks. That's why you've seen the cypress trees with the darker brown rings on the bottom, because that's what it does. Travelers, we hope you enjoyed our little walk here along the Dunnellon River walk, whatever they call this thing. I still don't know the name of it. But this is the beautiful Withlacoochee.
It's the Withlacoochee River watershed. Oh, that's where we're
That's where we're at, not where we've walked. Anyway.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
We don't know.
Withlacoochee State Trail.
There we go, Withlacoochee State Trail. We feel comfortable for Mom to walk out here. I still do recommend her to bring some mace, just because you never know what wildlife might pop up.
Because I
and
have
her phone
internet the whole way. So
oh, you
she's got
did?
connection.
There we go. So we can do the Find Mine. So we need to turn Mom's Find Mine on her phone so we can find her, just in case.
She turned it off.
Yeah, she didn't want us. She didn't want us tracking her. But anyway,
she thinks it's a Dee Dee's thing. I have all the kids have us, so we can all see where we are.
Yeah. So thanks so much for coming along with us on our little journey of our hometown, mine and Michelle's hometown, but Mom's hometown first, because she grew up here. This is where she met Dad, and then they had Michelle here, the love of my life. So if it wasn't for her, she would never be here. I'm so happy for Mom. So Mom, walk all you want, enjoy your new shoes, and travelers, like we always say, until next time.
But I'm only halfway through, so I have to go back.
She has to go back. Not me, I'm walking back to the car, so I can go get some coffee. Until next time, travelers, like we always say, travel and adventure is out there.